Hello there, this is Susanna. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my videos and for subscribing to my channel, The Real You. Now this video is going to rock you a little bit as it addresses the feeling of worthlessness that is trapped in your mind and in your body. I know it might sound familiar to you. You may have already identified something of the sort within yourself, and probably you have worked already at your levels of, let's call it, self-confidence. And I will address more thoroughly this subject in my future videos. Now, the thing with these unconscious trapped feelings is that they are unconscious and they are trapped. This means that they are hidden to our conscious mind. You don't really see them. Therefore, everything you think you know or you think you understand about yourself is probably not it. Rationally, intellectually, yes, you may have this notion of worthlessness and that of self-confidence. But do you really feel that? Do you really know what it feels like? And these feelings of worthlessness, uselessness, meaninglessness, futility, and please listen to these words and notice what happens in your body as we talk about that. These feelings are very common. We all experience them, and they represent quite a major block in our ability to embrace life fully. They are behind many depressive states. They are behind your inability to express yourself and to find your professional niche. They are behind these repetitive and dramatic and painful love relationships. They are behind your sense of numbness, of despair, of lassitude, of discouragement, of feeling stuck, feeling blocked, or disempowered. Now, how can you fully embrace the gift of life if at the core of your being you have accepted the idea that you are worthless? How can you flourish at all levels of your life? And how can you open yourself towards all these possibilities of self-expression if you have decided at the back of your mind that your life is worthless and meaningless and that you don't deserve? Now, the hardest part to accept in this process, and this is what I've noticed in my clients, is to accept that you have been doing this to yourself, that nobody has maintained these lies but yourself, that you yourself have denied yourself the gift of life just because of this veil of worthlessness that covered your perception until now. And for this reason, the process of liberating this feeling of worthlessness from your body involves a great deal of forgiveness towards yourself. Now, you need to know that this process that we are about to start involves awakening some unpleasant feelings in your body. Awakening involves a little bit of pain. This is how it is. But I can ensure that it's worth it. And please trust me, it's much better to be aware of a lie trapped in your body and release it and go through this process than to let it be there, hidden to your conscious mind, and let you make turn around in these endless circles of suffering. And if while tapping with me tears are coming up, it's all right. We're here together. You are not alone. Besides, there are millions of us feeling the same way. You're not unique from this point of view. Sorry to disappoint you. Besides, I'll be guiding you all along. And please assume full responsibility for your own state of well-being. Make it a conscious choice in doing this work with me now, and be determined to let this session work for you in unimaginable ways. And as we do the tapping, as you feel these reactions coming up, bubbling through your body, as you follow my voice, please stay aware of what's happening. Stay centered and observe how these thoughts of worthlessness are being awakened and how they're being released from your body. And now let's do the tapping together. Please sit comfortably, keep your back straight. Just close your eyes for a few moments. And through a deep conscious breathing, allow yourself to connect to yourself. Connect to your center. And continue breathing smoothly and deeply. And then Connect to this energy that I am bringing into this. You're not alone. Feel that you are guided and supported. And when you're ready, we start with the karate chop. Even though I feel worthless and I feel that I'm not good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've been harboring these thoughts of futility, of meaninglessness, of worthlessness, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And even though I've been denying to myself the gift of life because of all these trapped feelings in my body, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. You're doing great. Now let's move into the points. I feel worthless. Side of the eye, I feel worthless. Again, I feel worthless. Just allow these words to awaken this feeling of worthlessness trapped in your body so we can release it. I feel worthless. Again, I feel worthless. Just stay aware and breathe consciously. I am worthless. Where do you feel that in your body? I am worthless. Take another deep breath. This is just a thought. Now on top of the head. My life is worthless. Just observe this feeling. You know that this is not true. My life is worthless. Acknowledge where that feels and how that feels in your body. Just stay centered. My life is worthless. Take a deep breath, please. This is just a thought. There is no truth in this affirmation. My life is worthless. When is it that you have thought of this the first time? How come you accepted this thought? My life is worthless. Who told you that? Stay centered and breathe consciously. My life is worthless. There is no truth in this affirmation and you know it. My life is worthless. Just breathe consciously and observe what happens in your body. My life is worthless. Take a deep breath. I'm not good enough. This is another frequency. Observe how this feels. I'm not good enough. Just allow the feeling of not good enough come forth and just breathe through it. I'm not good enough. Say it and release it. I am not good enough. It's an interesting thought, but it's not true. I'm not good enough. Who told you that? Take a deep breath. I have no value. Do you feel that? Gee, let's release that. I have no value. Under the arm, same thing. I have no value. Allow these feelings of I have no value, of I'm not good enough to be released from your body. I have no value. Now please take a deep breath. Now we're going to go back on the karate chop to do the forgiveness part. Even though I have been harboring these thoughts and I have submitted myself to their power, I choose to release them all now and I choose to forgive myself for doing that. Even though I have been controlled by these thoughts of worthlessness and meaningless, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for having done this to myself all of these years. And even though I have denied my own value and I have denied the beauty and the gift of life, I forgive myself for doing this. And I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And now let's move into the positive. We're going back to the points. I forgive myself for all of these thoughts of worthlessness. I forgive myself for all of these feelings of worthlessness that were trapped in my body. I release these thoughts and feelings now in all security. I release all of these thoughts and feelings from my mind and from my body. Take a deep breath. I release these thoughts and feelings in all security here and now. Right now, right here, I'm free from these thoughts. Right now, right here, I'm free from these thoughts, from the power of these thoughts of worthlessness. Make it a statement. It's a declaration of independence. Right now, right here, I declare myself free from the power of these thoughts of worthlessness. You are the master. I have value. I know you might not believe that just yet. Or perhaps you do, but if you don't, trust me on this one. I have value. Repeat these words and allow the truth contained in these words to be awakened in your mind and in your body. I have value. I have value and I'm willing to acknowledge it now. I have value and I'm willing to see it. I have value and I'm willing to acknowledge it right now. Observe what reacts in you and what resists to this idea of value, and just breathe through it and to release it. I have value and I'm willing to see it. Just sense what's happening in your body as you say these words and choose to vibrate with this truth. I have value and I'm willing to acknowledge it. Life is sacred. Now this is a powerful affirmation. Life is sacred. Feel this truth vibrating through each of your cells. My life is sacred. Feel that. Realize that. My life is sacred. Allow this truth to come forth. I don't need to compensate against the feeling of worthlessness. I just awaken to the truth that my life is sacred. I'm willing to acknowledge my value. I awaken my mind and my body to the profound meaning of life. Allow that to happen. To the profound meaning of my life. Feel that. It's magic that you hear. My life is sacred. Each breath you're taking is a miracle. My life is sacred. Feel that. I'm willing to receive the gift of life. I receive the gift of life. Feel that. I honor the gift of life. Take a deep breath. I am grateful for the gift of life. I welcome the gift of life, and I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Great, now take a deep breath and drink some water. Thank you so much for doing this tapping with me. And please check how you're feeling, and if you feel that this could be a core issue for you, make it a discipline. Repeat this tapping morning and evening for 3 weeks and allow this greatness, that feeling of aliveness, that sense of joy and gratefulness of being alive, and that sense of meaning and sacredness to awaken in you. We want you here. You are important here. Without you, this world would not be the same. Please realize that. Every single moment of your life is sacred and it's valuable. And please, let me know how this unfolds for you. Be the greatness, be the joy, be the truth, be the real you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.